Hey everybody, this is Donna. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today's reading is going to be a reading for the sign of Capricorn because it's still your birthday season, so happy birthday. I want to remind everybody not to take everything so literally, not in the Bible, not in the tarot, certainly not with what everyone says, because it's very symbolic. Anything of the occult is extremely symbolic. And we have to kind of apply things as they may be. Starting with facing the wrong way. Let's see if I can find it. I'm sure it's like that for a reason. I don't believe there are coincidences. Blasted Knight of Pentacles. That's you, Capricorn. That's one of your cards. Anyway, we're going to shuffle these cards. I'm learning a new layout, so you can see part of my claw that was gifted to me by a King of Pentacles in my life. So, helped me develop further this channel. You know, some of my readings are very raw and crude, my speaking style, and hard, but this is to help me learn. But also, hopefully, to help any watchers who watch all the way through, or even part of the way through, step off the path from karma to dharma. Karma is the never-ending nightmare, the Nine of Swords. The hamster wheel stands for all. When we start doing things differently, looking at ourselves honestly and doing some shadow work, and we can begin to step in the path of karma to dharma. Guides, ancestors, holy guardian angels, what messages do you have today for the sign of Capricorn? Is it just for the past? Thank you. Two. We're getting two for the recent past. The devil reversed, the seven of wands reversed. So we're going to see if somebody's standing 10 toes down in those energies or what's going on. And get all the cards out before I start reading, because sometimes I jump to conclusions. Oh, the self and the issue. Not walking away from the past. If someone around you doesn't want you to walk away from things that no longer serve you. Not walking away from things that no longer serve. Blessing, please, and thank you. Blessing, please, and thank you. Thank you. Blessing, someone wants to work together. Well, please, and thank you. And the conscious, the unconscious messages from the divine, please, and thank you. About this situation. Messages, please, and thank you. Messages, please, and thank you. And the divine desire. Bye-bye. Thank you. The world. This is the end of the cycle. Walking away some things that no longer serve us doesn't necessarily have to mean something that's if those people are willing to do the work, put toxic patterns or things that aren't working behind. Just probably completed, and when we complete a cycle, another cycle opens up. So new levels, new devils, as the saying goes. Subconscious, deep unconscious, please and thank you. 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 Conscious, deep unconscious, please and thank you. Conscious, deep unconscious, please thank you. Cooking in the cauldron of the subconscious, please and thank you. Subconscious, taking energy. Won't you picking up, cat? Picking up, cat. Yeah, coming up to the full moon. And that might release some things for us to work with in the shadow self, maybe. It's hidden in the subconsciousness, please and thank you. Subconscious, please and thank you. Subconscious, thank you. We have two. I'm just waiting on the ships to come in. When the ships are coming in, there's King of Wands for her. Someone who's not very well in control of their passion. Perhaps someone who misuses their wand or their passion. Someone who's ruled by their passions. Your future, that's a lot. Taking all those, there's that never-ending nightmare as a rule of karma. Someone's extremely worried about something. These energies could be you, they could be someone around you. Also, time and energies are fluid, so even though I said the past and the future, everyone's on different timelines. So take it as it resonates, and if it doesn't apply, don't take it. Do it for someone else. Near future, please and thank you. Near future, please and thank you. Near future for the sign of Capricorn, please and thank you. I call out genders, that's just the gender presented on the card. We all hold masculine and feminine energies within us. If genders apply, swap them as needed. This is the energy that the card represents. The feminine energy being assertive, the masculine being sensitive. 7 of Wands. Lying, cheating, 7 of Swords, excuse me, lying, cheating, excuse me. Coming up with a strategy. In the environment. In the environment. In the environment. In the environment. best way to shift timelines or jump timelines is get to work and do that shadow work honestly, fearlessly. Yeah, it's going to be painful sometimes. Sometimes make you angry. Gotta do it. Not everyone does shadow work the same. For a rough guideline, you can look at some videos of Carl Jung, all other videos, but the best time to do it is when you're in that feeling, but that's not always a convenient moment. The main thing is come back and look at it when we're out of the heat of the moment. And we have privacy. And if you can feel those feelings, if you start feeling those feelings again, that's a great time. Just reflect on them. It has been a great tool for me to do shadow work in the environment, broken heart, straightforward, so somebody's truth stabbed through the heart. A broken heart could represent a heart attack or heart problems. And we do know that stress kills. Stress can cause tremendous health problems, especially with the heart, with the blood pressure, but other things too when we bottle it up inside. What does Capricorn hold influence over? Please and thank you. What can Capricorn influence in this situation? Can Capricorn influence in this situation? Can Capricorn influence in this situation? Please and thank you. Can Capricorn influence in this situation? Please and thank you. Someone doesn't want to end the cycle, but we've already been told where to go. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears, please and thank you. Hopes and fears, please and thank you. That's a lot. I'm not taking them off. Someone's at a crossroads, somebody's hoodwinked. Hopes and fears, please and thank you. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears, please and thank you. Hopes and fears, please and thank you. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Sometimes the things to hope for are the things we fear the most. Hopes and fears. 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 Hopes and fears, please and thank you. Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune sideways. Someone's face spraying the wheel in the upright. Thank you for the picture up. The changed man. Yeah, I think so. Now the stars are out. In a recent past, someone's standing in their devil energy and defending it to the death. Literally defending it to the death. Because, unconscious mind, that cycle is over. Someone doesn't want to walk away from things that are no longer serving them. That's the devil. Collaboration for material outcomes doesn't necessarily have to be money. These are just tangible things. Even energy can manifest as tangible. If we think about the double slit experiment and some of the light pass through slits and appeared as particles when absorbed, and others pass some of the light pass through and appeared as waves. So energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed. Somebody's picking up something in their subconscious. I'm not going to read that as ships coming in. Someone wants their ships to come in. They want to send out ships, see what's going to bring back. As I said, with the King of Wands reversed, someone's not in control of their passions or misuses their passions. So before I continue reading, in my practice, one of the insights I've had recently, and I'm still meditating on it. I had it over a month ago, maybe close to 2 months or more. But I've been, just kind of chewing on it in the subconscious. But our demons are the things that rule us that we don't like to look at, or at least look at honestly. And that's the purpose of shadow work, is to face these things boldly, courageously, honestly, and then to transmute or alchemize them into our holy guardian angels. If you properly enslave your demons, they can work for you. They begin to work for you. And then they have become your holy guardian angels. So as long as you don't look at them, you're still a slave to them. And sometimes new levels, new devils means that we've conquered a particular form of a particular demon. But if we haven't dealt with the wounds that let that demon appear in our lives, then it's going to come back in a different form. Somebody's strategizing here. They're trying to figure out a way to get what they want. They want to have their cake and eat it too. That's what I'm feeling. But I don't think that's going to be possible, because trying to hold on to an old cycle with a strategy of deception, lying, cheating, or stealing is going to cause this ending to be an extremely painful ending. There's your major arcana into the cycle. There's your minor arcana into the cycle. How painful it is up to you. Because in the next time of influence, there's a broken heart in the environment. Someone breaks someone's heart with this devil energy, or planning to break someone's heart, but since that's in the past, I would assume it's already been broken. And it may have been yours. What may have been whoever this energy is referring to. I hope sincere somebody's extremely afraid of turning that wheel, of facing their demons, of getting control of their demons. And sometimes those behavioral patterns and toxic ways of thinking are ingrained for decades. We need help. We might need some professional help. And I would recommend paying a practitioner. Unless that practitioner would be something like a licensed clinical social worker or a licensed psychologist or something of the sort. So someone has some decisions. Sometimes we can't afford that, or we think we can't. Maybe if we're expending our resources, those resources would be better spent on a professional. Also, while we still have it available, look into low-income counseling if you really don't have the means and aren't spending your resources. Look at YouTube videos, self-help books. I can tell you, my practice started to have power over my environment and other people, and the only true power we can have is over us. And it took a long time to deeply sink in. I had to keep doing work. I had to have a few ego deaths. I had to have a very, very extreme ego death to get it to really start sinking in, and near-death experience to go along with it. What I believe was a near-death experience to go along with it. It caused me to look at my toxic behavior patterns and how I had manifested that into my life and opened the doors to demons, human and otherwise, to come into my life. And I decided to get on Get Right. My higher power, the Most High, was calling me to change me, telling me it's on the short, and to get on the Get Right. So I drug my feet for a long time. I was slow to listen. And then I only half stepped it, and then they told me to step it up, stop half stepping. So they've been very patient and very merciful. Other people I know have not had. Well, they probably had the warning signs and still small voices, but they probably drug their feet a bit longer than Spirit wanted them to. The potential outcome, someone has the opportunity to go within, to look at things from a new perspective, get a new perspective. That man put himself there. I believe it's the Eddas. I don't remember. I think it's the Eddas where Odin said, "For 9 days I hung on the tree myself, sacrificed to myself." What he meant was his beastly animal nature self sacrificed to his highest self. The woman is dancing on top of the world in all her naked glory and ashamed. Got her wands in her hand. Wands represent passion, so that's an example of, instead of misusing the passion or letting the passion have control over you, through directing it in the right way. In other words, rechanneling that energy to looking at your demons instead of fighting an uphill battle and losing. So you're saying that someone has the chance to go within. I would suspect for some of my Capricorns, this is you. And for others of my Capricorns, this is someone around you. So apply it as it may be. I feel like there's crosswatchers going to be watching. I wasn't planning on pulling archetype cards, but why not? That's what helps us see what we can look at in shadow. I apologize if you hear the construction noise next door. A lot of times it seems extremely loud to me, but it doesn't pick up on the mic, so that's good. Guides, ancestors, holy guardian angels, most high God. What archetypes are in the shadows, light and dark, that can help Capricorn and their false watchers move through this energy. I don't always advise false watching because usually it's to get a leg up and get something more wrong from it. But people are going to do what they're going to do. And do what I will, shall be obeyed. Pure love, holy love, love under will. Don't know what that is, you know, when you look at the philosophy of and a little bit enough to be dangerous. How was that? What archetypes are in the shadows that you can use? What yesterday and those fatal energies, please and thank you. What energies are present in the shadow, light and dark that you can use to work through these energies, please and thank you. What archetypes can be utilized to work through these energies, please and thank you. What energies are in the shadows you can use to work through these energies, please and thank you. Well, I guess I didn't do it before. Bottom of the deck, being pinnacle, somebody who makes money or has possession of the material, who has mastery rather over the material environment. I will remind you that some people are so poor, all they have is mentor sideways. And the light, it passes on wisdom and refining a student's character, and in the dark, in the shadow, an ability to allow the student to move on to the role of master or imparting false instruction. We want to get these archetypes and upright. I'm going to read from a book this time. I haven't been doing this these days. I'm going to. Anything else? Anything else in the shadows that healers can utilize as they move through these energies? This isn't going to be a children's reading thing, guys. Just sometimes we work with these energies in various forms for years. Thank you. The teacher in the light, ability to communicate knowledge and experience, skill and wisdom. So they want you to focus on doing that either for yourself or helping someone else, or maybe there's someone around us who can help us with that. Servant in the shadow, using lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. Yeah, the universe is abundant and there's enough for everybody. People can have all the money in the world and they're greedy and they want more and they don't want anyone else to have anything, or they complain about taxes that would benefit everyone. That's a lack mindset. And then some people can have next to nothing and be pretty happy because they feel so blessed, you know, they got whatever they think they need at that moment. And for them, it is what they need at that moment. Let's look at the book. Although these cards aren't in birds, so I'm going to have to look for them. Thank you, Spirit. mentor. See also teacher, some kind of master, a counselor, a tutor. Based on a character in the Odyssey to whom Odysseus entrusted the care of his house and the education of his son, a trusted teacher and guide in the many forms of art, business, and spiritual practice, passes on wisdom to refine the student's character. The shadow mentor is more concerned with imposing control than imparting wisdom and doesn't allow the student to move on to the role of master. Ask yourself if you've shown a lifelong pattern of taking individual students under your wing and guiding many aspects of their lives. And there's the teacher. It was nice enough to put them in alpha order, though. Thank you, Carolyn. This is the archetype cards by Carolyn. Yeah, nice. Teacher, upright. Communicates knowledge, experience, skill, and wisdom. May manifest through the parental guidance in business or the arts, or be inspired by instruction in ethics or kindness. Shadow teacher manifests the desire to manipulate or abuse students, to be more concerned with recognition than with imparting knowledge, or to teach negative traits and destructive skills. Ask yourself if others look to you as a teacher in any situation to impart the richness of your experience or to show them the ropes. If you are serious about doing shadow work, I would recommend purchasing this deck. It's really helpful. Follows tarot. We use it as a form of divination, but really it's to teach us about ourselves. It can be both. You know, as our gifts develop, we can become good diviners, better diviners. But that's just that sixth sense that comes with wisdom and experience, and we are not to misuse it. Sometimes if we don't use our gifts or misuse our gifts, abuse our gifts, they will be taken from us. Servant. This is referring to an indentured servant, someone who, you know, is bound to a particular master until a debt is paid. Engages aspects of the psyche that call on us to make ourselves available to others for the benefit and enhancement of their lives. May include spiritual service to the divine or other people. Indentured servant sees oneself bound by conditions of service not of one's choosing because of the inability to buy one's freedom or symbolically come into one's power. Shadow servant fails to also be of service to oneself and loses all focus of the value of one's life. Yeah, I've been there. Not trying to do that again. If making choices that serve your highest potential is a substantial personal issue for you, then consider this archetype for your support team. All right, Capricorn. I believe you can take control of this situation in the most positive way, in a way that's for your greater and higher good and for those around you as well. So thanks so much for joining me. Be well.